Brick yourself.
So, hello everybody, and welcome to the Brick Yourself podcast. Before we start, before we introduce our first guest, me and Mel are going to have to introduce ourselves. So, my name's Tony, or Crony. Thanks to our first guest, that one has actually stuck. You may have come across me as Crone's Builds over on TikTok. If you haven't, do me a favor, drop follow, do the usual like, subscribe stuff. And
I'm Mel, or on TikTok, I'm known as Mrs. Crone's Builds. Again, if you don't follow me, do drop me a follow.
So now me and Mel have been adult fans of Lego, so AFOLs I've been since I was about 30. I'm 38 now, aren't I think. Almost 38, there we go. So I have my first ever Lego set as an adult was my, what was it, the shuttle, the Saturn V. That was my 30th birthday present from my mum and dad. It took pride of place upstairs and then fell down the stairs. So it's now in the kids' Lego box. But since then, I have been absolutely hooked. Past 6 months, been even more hooked. Got myself on TikTok, started posting some videos of the Christmas display, and then realized how expensive this hobby of mine is. So decided I was going to have a little look at some other brands. Came across Dom over at Brick League, and now I am hooked on anything brick. It won't surprise you if any of you've watched any of the videos. I have a touch of the ADHD. I say a touch, I've got a lot of the ADHD. So I can be a little bit all over the place, and building definitely calms my brain after a busy day. So Mel, why don't you tell us a little bit about you, what got you building, why you're here?
Well, I'm here to support you.
Thank you.
First of all, aren't I? This is something we wanted to do together for a while. Again, I build Lego to stay calm and help me relax at the end of the day. I started with just little sets that I thought I'd enjoy. So my first ones were the Friends apartment and Central Perk. And then I just grew on to love Lego. And I'm now doing alternate brick sets from that. I think the main thing for me is that we found it a way to spend time together, haven't we?
Yeah, because we do lives together on that darn Disney castle of ours that pulled my hair out and is now pride of place after 2 years of me refusing to build it. You realised you'd have to spend time with me.
No, I realise it's a nice way to spend time together.
Definitely.
Instead of just sitting in front of a TV.
Yeah, I don't think we watch much telly since we've actually started building together. That's a good thing. No more binge watching Friends or whatever it is you binge watch.
I do on my days off, it's fine.
Yeah, fine. So without further ado then, we are going to introduce our first guest. Each month we're going to have a different guest who's going to come on, be a guest host. They're going to have something unique or a topic to say. And this guest, I'm really, really excited that we've got her. She is a fellow content creator. I really never thought I would say fellow content creator in my life. But she's a fellow content creator. You may know her as Lovely Brick Life. We know her as Haylee. So please welcome Haylee, aka Lovely Brick Life, over on TikTok. Hello, Haylee.
Hello, I'm so excited to be your first guest here on this new podcast. This is just the things that you're doing with your channel is just incredible. I absolutely love it. So thank you so much for inviting me.
That's all right. I think it wouldn't be right if we didn't start by acknowledging that we both met through our mutual follow, was it? Yeah, what would we say? Mutual following in Bricky Buying Time. We're on the same Discord page.
Got chatting, didn't we? We had our first Christmas meet, and that's when we really got to know each other.
Yeah, and then I jumped on yours and Alex's. You said you've never done a live. You've done a live with Alex because that's how Crony got stuck.
Yes. That's the only one I've ever done. In fact, she's messaged me today to ask if I want to do another one, and absolutely yes, because I'm still too nervous to do this on my own.
You definitely need to do it. It's like, especially when you're with someone, it's so much fun. I think I find the days it's the dog squeaking away in our podcast. It's fine. We're gonna have a dog with a squeaky toy in the podcast. It's totally fine.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah. I think like when I do lives, just me, it feels really, really awkward. But when there's a group of you, it is really so much better. So, Haylee, tell us what got you building. How did you come about onto this beautiful hobby of ours?
Okay, wow, what a big question, because it started quite some time. So in a past life, I was married in a past life, and the guy I was married to had kids. And when we met, we had a son who was 4. So it was something that he was kind of into, and I did bits then. Anyway, we separated in 2018, and I never thought about it again. And then in Christmas 2023, I'm a massive Harry Potter fan. And for Christmas 2023, Joe got me a Harry Potter set. And in fact, I've got it here to show you. So this was my very first set. This got me hooked.
Oh,
I
wow.
could not, honestly, I built this in about 3 days over Christmas. Absolutely loved it. Could not stop building it. And just the things it did to my brain was just incredible. Just the calm and the slowness. It was just, hours just went by without me thinking about anything else. And that was where it all started. And now I've got well over 150 sets. And like yourselves, have now started move towards alternate brands. And I've got about 8 of those at the moment as well. Hoping to expand that collection because those are phenomenal.
Oh, it's like that's one of the things I think I've found is the alternate brands definitely have more of the, how to describe it, more effort put into the designs, I would say. Like,
Definitely, yeah.
The level of detail.
I do
yeah,
think,
more detail.
yeah, I think some of the Lego sets are getting a little bit lazy. I mean, particularly when it comes to the Star Wars stuff. I'm not a Star Wars Lego fan. Love the movies, love all of the Mandalorian and the Boba Fett stuff, all of that, great. Not a Lego fan. And I think, how many times can we make Yoda? How many times can we make a Millennium Falcon? How many do we need?
Yeah, I think the only time I've said we need one more Millennium Falcon was when I bought the Dark Falcon. Needed that for well, actually needed that for Darth Jar Jar because Jar Jar definitely became a Sith. They need to do a whole series. You're looking at me like you don't understand a word of that. Jar Jar was the weird one in episode 1 that was like Misa.
I haven't even watched episode 1.
Okay. He was like the simple character he was basically me in Star Wars.
Okay,
But
that makes sense now.
it's his fault that the Empire was formed, and it's his fault he persuaded the Republic to become an empire, with a weird speech. So I reckon he became a Sith because he was guilty afterwards. Hence why I needed a set with Darth Jar Jar in it.
You're not missing anything, Mel.
No. Yeah, I definitely agree though that like there was so many of the same sets coming out again and again and again, and I'm guilty of it with the Groot collection that you can't see just above me. I've got every time Marvel release a Groot, I definitely have to go. I rush out to buy it and then build it and think this is exactly the same as the last Groot I built, except it's got a Ravager suit on it. The only one I do want, I have to admit, I've said this just before we came live. I just saw today that Lego have announced a Shield helicarrier, and this will be the second one they've released. And there is an element of how many helicarriers do we need now? But that was the one set that I actually saw on a documentary before I became an AFOL and before I liked building. I remember it was a documentary with what's her name off The Weakest Link, and Anne Robinson did a documentary on like Lego builders.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, someone was building the old helicarrier, and it's the one set that I'm disappointed got away with me. So I am glad they're returning to build that. Hint, hint, it comes out June the 1st. Mel, my birthday's on the 8th. It's only 350 quid. Hint, hint, get saving. But I definitely agree. I'm finding as well that like even when I'm looking at Lego ideas now, there's so many really good Lego ideas, but like it's almost pointless publishing on there now because the chances, even when you get 10,000, the chances of
why don't they?
Yeah, or some. Okay, the Otter. Now I've seen the Otter built, I am slightly converted to it. I don't know yet, but even that, we looked at the Otter, the lighthouse we've got. I looked at the fan design for that, and it's nothing like what the fan who submitted it submitted. And I do think sometimes do they actually Lego said they're going to make a set. I suppose they like it for the royalties and the 10 cents, the 1% you get out. Then again, if you sell, 1% of still a fair amount of money, most probably, but I do wonder when they see the final set.
Yeah, if it's a popular set, like some of the, like Gizmo, for example, that was an idea set. I bet that made a fortune because that, again, has become like a Lego exclusive as well. You can't get that anywhere else aside from Lego. So people are buying it there. They're getting a lot of money.
Yeah, he's mostly made quite a lot of royalties on that one, actually. I'll give him that one. Yeah, I do wonder if they're ever disappointed in the final design when it gets made. But then again, I suppose if you've always wanted to be a Lego designer and you've done a Lego, I think just the kudos of saying I've got a set in store, must be
That is
be
pretty
quite
cool. Yeah. There was a documentary on Netflix about a guy that wanted to be a designer. And there was a guy featured on it that did the birds, and I think he was talking about how much money he got and how many. I think he got a couple of the sets as well for himself to just keep.
Yeah,
I'd be
you get
interested
given
to learn
10.
more about that.
Well, watch this space. I'll tell you about that towards the end of the show. But there's something exciting coming on that one. But yeah, I've met a Lego designer. I forgot this.
We did.
So you've seen the Lego movie. Everyone's seen the Lego movie.
Who hasn't seen the
Unikitty.
Lego movie?
Yeah. So the Lego designer who designed Unikitty,
Okay.
and he was the head Lego designer. So me and Mel, when we first met, I met Mel in Norfolk. So Mel's from Norfolk, and we were travelling.
No, it was
Was it not
when we went to
Hastings, London? We were going
London.
somewhere.
Wasn't it when we saw your sister off to Australia?
Okay, it was when I seen my sister off.
And we had Elizabeth.
Yeah. So we were on the train at Liverpool in first class because I think we just jumped the seat because I wanted to sit comfortably. And I don't even think we paid for them. I don't even think I sat there. It was busy. Right directly opposite was the fella who designed the Unikitty set. He was the head designer over at Lego. A lot of the old Lego documentaries. He's the one that'll take you. He takes you into their archive room, the place where they've got one of every set. Just got a room in Billund, one of every set ever made. What I would do for the keys to that, just to nab a few retired sets. Just they wouldn't have one of every set when I'd finished. The scoutness had come out in me. But we met him on a train, and I think I upset him because it was at a time when it was that difficult period, not quite 90s, but the difficult 2000 periods where every set was really big and had lots of panel pieces rather than bricks. And I told him that all the sets at the moment were rubbish because they were just all panels, and we needed more playable features.
And he was the main designer.
And he was the head designer.
No.
I think I told him Unikitty was a bit naff as well, not knowing he designed Unikitty. And he was like, oh, that was one of. Oops. Can't go back on that now.
Anyway, let's get back to this. Haylee's told us how you got into building, but how did you get into content creating?
See, now that was a massive plunge for me. So, as you've already mentioned, our mutual friend Sophie, when I started watching more of her videos, and then a couple of other creators came up, I started following her around, I think she had around 2,000, 3,000 followers at the time. And then I saw Jacko, and then I saw Brambo, and then I saw Akio, and it was just like, you know what? I've got all of these sets. I build all of the time. Maybe I could do this. So I started my TikTok page it's just over a year ago. But the first 6 months were faceless. I was too afraid to get all the way out there. So I did lots of builds with just my hands. And then I started introducing voiceovers and stuff. And then I started with Brick Borrow. So that made more content. But as it's grown, it's just one of those, just reveal all. So the first time I met Sophie, she did a meet in Manchester for some of her followers. And I remember walking in and thinking, nobody knows who I am because nobody's seen my face. The only person that knows me is Sophie. So that was quite weird. And then after that, it just became, you just met the community on TikTok for AFOLs, or AFOBs, as we like to call ourselves now, because we're not just about the Lego, we're about the brick. The community is insane, and there's so many wonderful people, and you get so much support. So I know now that actually probably going live isn't going to be that big a deal because I know that I will get support from the community. But yeah, just took the plunge, and here I am. I think I'm just a little bit over 6,000 followers in a year, which I think is just phenomenal because, like I say, it's come from nothing to just be here with all of these people that like your videos, and it's like a little corner of TikTok. One of my videos has had over 1 million views, and it's a really stupid one, but it's 1 million people have watched that tiny little content that I've created. It's insane. And now I feel like I'm addicted.
See, 1 million views. I get excited when we've got 300. I'm like, woo! But it is. It's always. I think we've got a couple. You drop and my Groot from the live, got quite a few. Me doing the Macarena, got a few. And you sit and then you're like, sometimes it's like, this isn't even the content that like I was passionate about. This was a silly video that I thought would be like, I just thought it'd be when you drop group and put yourself in the corner. I just thought that'd be funny. And then it's always
didn't,
And so did the
I
internet.
didn't put myself
yeah.
in the corner.
Well, it looked like you put yourself in the corner. 'cause you...
I was stopping myself from laughing.
Oh, okay, you were happy that you dropped one of the 6 groups.
I thought if I turn around laughing, that would be awful, so I stopped.
And I need to post as well. So I've got a silly one that I need to post. It's sitting in my draft at the moment with when someone dared me to drop my Milner.
Oh no.
Like I tested it a few times on some light things. I was like, this thing is indestructible. And then I tried to end the live with it and it crumbled. So I managed to rebuild it. Like, just bits started falling off and it wasn't indestructible. That still has to be my favourite build. I think one of the things that has really fascinated me about content creating and getting into it was like I stumbled across Sophie mostly about a year ago, just when she was smaller, but didn't follow. Just sort of thought, oh, that's a cool kind of. I didn't really follow many people back then. I just sort of went, no, that's a cool page, and kept flicking, doom scrolling, and then posted a couple when we did the Christmas tree. I just posted a couple of pictures, and then the algorithm decided I like Lego, and it obviously was right. It knew me, and then it was more. And I thought there was 2 or 3 Bricks by Shane, Sophie, couple of others out there that were making content on it, and then when you watch 1 or 2, and then the algorithm's like, there's thousands of them. Great one in the States, although I haven't watched them as much now. I found loads of UK ones. Hall of Fame builder. He did a whole he did like a whole series on his Lego City, but he's started doing more on like NFL brackets that don't interest me as much. But he's making some really cool. I was trying to get him to put a TARDIS in his city for months when he was like, what should I put in the city next? I'm like, just put a TARDIS in, just somewhere in the city. Hide a TARDIS. He never did. Yeah, it is fascinating how many people you sort of. I don't know about you. I thought when I started building, I thought not quite this is a thing you do, and don't tell anybody about. But it's even now when you think, oh, I'm going to pick an 18+ set in. I used to go into that store and be like, I'm just going to go in, I'm just going to get what I need, I'm just going to walk out. And then it was it felt a bit like buying drugs. Not that I've ever bought drugs.
So wrong.
But yeah, it felt like you were going in and you were doing something that you shouldn't be doing. And then seeing more and more people. I never told 2 of my best mates, although they do laugh, that I've got a TikTok page, and one of them doesn't have TikTok but just watches with his girlfriend and insists he's watching for the lol, but I think he secretly likes it. Like, even then I was sort of like, yeah, you're doing really well. Didn't realise there was so many of you. And it's like, yeah, I never told them in the pub what I was building, and now it's like, I've just bought this. You told them the other day about the build in the pub when we went to that we would never have built in a pub a year ago.
No, we wouldn't.
We would never have.
I told them on the way home from the school run what we did. It was really good.
Yeah, and even then it was like...
Oh, no, he was surprised. He was like, what, the pub actually had their own Lego sets? And I was like, no, we brought our own.
That is a business idea and a half, though. Like the brick brewery. Oh, yeah. You could hire you've got brick cafes, hire a Lego set, have a beer. Just that would be. But even when we were in the
as well, I reckon.
Yeah, and even like when we were in that pub, the amount of people that came up to us and like never thought of it. Like they were open and were like, "Oh, I built Lego at home," but none of them knew what we were building a Lumi Brick set, and we had to explain to everyone what Lumi Bricks was, which was great. But they were like, "Oh, I never thought about bringing it to the pub." And we were like, "Well, you're sitting there playing dominoes, or you're sitting there doing a jigsaw." Yeah,
that's it. Jigsaw, people that crochet, it does exactly the same thing. It's no different. Yeah, it's just got that stigma of but it's for kids. Yeah, but is it?
No, and it's
why don't you try it?
Yeah, even if it is, I'm sure. I think you've seen that video I did. Even if it is for kids, I still say I play with my Lego. If someone says to me, "Go play with your Lego," I'm like, fine. That like my Thor hammer, I will happily get down and get the kids to be like, "Are you worthy? Look at me, I'm Thor." It's still I still want to be able to, like, there's certain sets no one can touch. Don't like most of my sets no one can touch and play with. But if I want to mess about with them, I'll mess about with them. That's like, I don't care. But one thing that sort of really has interested me about your videos as well, Haley, is you start most of your videos with saying that you're trying to find cheaper ways to help keep up your building to help your mental health. Tell me a little bit about that. I'm really intrigued of how does it help with your mental health? What is it about it that?
I've been maybe, so yeah, I got my first set at Christmas 2023 and just had a couple then after that. And then things started changing for me work wise. My job got a little bit more intense. I got promoted, it was busier. And then I started to hit perimenopause, which Mel, I hope doesn't come to you anytime soon because it is just the brain fog. It's awful. And for me, I've always been a very confident person. I'm not shy with people, I'll talk to anybody. And I started getting this anxiety when it came to having to talk at work and do this, presentation type stuff. And I had staff that I had to, well, you have to tell them off, not tell them off, but you have to put them right. And it gave me really bad anxiety and it wasn't me and I couldn't understand what was going on. And as I would come home on some of the nights when I've got a new Lego set and I'd sit and build it, all of that just kind of disappeared for me. I wasn't thinking about those things. And on those nights, I'd go to bed and I would sleep and I'd wake up in the morning. And the nights where I wasn't building, I'd have like fever dreams. It was just insane. Like it took me ages to go to sleep. I couldn't switch my brain off. I was panicking that there was stuff that I hadn't done, which I knew I had done. So for me, it really just switches everything off. So I find personally, I like to build at the weekends because I don't have any other commitments. I don't have children and stuff like that. It's just me and my partner. So I like to build at the weekends, but I also like to do little sets in the evenings just to switch off. So I build every single day. So for me, I need something that is sustainable. I don't need to be spending £300 on a Lego set because I also have this need to complete it. So when I have the big sets, I can still build them in a day because I don't stop. I just keep going. So honestly, addicted to the buzz. Maybe it is like drugs. I don't know, but there is that kind of addiction to completing something and that taking my mind out of everything. So I do build now every day. So I need something that is that little bit more affordable that can do that for me. And Lego has been getting insanely expensive. So I do shop around for stuff. It's very rare now. I used to buy from Lego all of the time, and I used to do a lot of my videos were like a big Lego haul video. That's not sustainable. I can't afford that every month. And to be honest, I don't think people really want to see it because there's a lot of people out there that are in the same situation, can't afford to buy like we used to be able to. The cost of living is just getting out of control. So that's when I found Dom. And I've tried a couple now. I've done some fantasy sets. I've done Carder. My favourite by far is Lumi Bricks. I cannot get enough of those little light kits and all those intricate details and sets that they feel more expensive. The light kit, the fact that all of the tiles are printed, it's just, for me, that's been a game changer because I can get more of those than I can with Lego and they do exactly the same thing, if not a little bit better. So yeah, it really supports my mental health. But it must be the same for you with ADHD.
Yeah, I think for me it's so I've sort of a little bit about me before sort of history past kind of thing. So I suffered from really, really bad. I had a massive nervous breakdown. How old, Elizabeth? 12 years ago, which put me in hospital and sort of came out of hospital and didn't really have an outlet for it, did I? I was 24, 25. Didn't have an outlet for it. Got misdiagnosed about 15 times, and then I only actually found out I had ADHD 4 years ago. 4, 2. My ADHD
3 years
brain
ago.
doesn't. What?
3.
3 years
I was
ago.
in my second year in nursing.
Yeah, so I found out I had ADHD 3 years ago, and that sort of just clicked then. That was like, oh, that's why my brain's an absolutely muddled mess. And I just found that for me, like, you know, I'm medicated when I'm at work because I need to quieten my mind at work. I've got I work for a housing association and I've got a very stressful job, which you know, I I love doing, but it's not the kind of job that like I deal with antisocial behaviour. I don't mind telling people that, and it can be a stressful job when you're doing that day in day out.
Yeah, I can
So
imagine.
So sort of take the meds for work to quiet my mind, but then come home, 3 kids, loads of noise, and I'm just sitting there like, I need to quieten my mind. I need to quieten my mind. The one thing that does that for me is building. I remember watching one of Sophie's videos on the science behind how it moves your cortex, all your brainy bits.
Yeah.
But the best way I can describe it is similar to you. It just quietens. It gives me. It's not even it quietens. It gives me something to hyper focus on. So I do things best when I hyper focus. I hyper focus when I drive my car. When I used to have the motorbike, I used to hyper focus to concentrate on 300-mile drives. And it's the same thing with Lego. Or the same thing with any bricks now. It's just sort of it quietens that mind. It gives me that hyper focus. And I think I'm sleeping better because I feel tired because I've had to keep focusing.
Okay, yeah.
So because I'm focusing, like I used to not sleep very well at night, not be able to switch off my brain, and now it's like I've just spent a whole evening building, or me and you've been on live, or I've got a little set, like as well as the sets we build on live, I've got sets on the go that are just like non-live sets. Non-live sets, that sounds weird.
Well, you need those though. Those are important to have your builds off camera to keep making sure that you're looking after your mental health. You have to do that. I think a lot of people get very addicted to the camera and making sure that everything's there, or this is content, I need that for content. But it is important to just remember why you do it in the first place.
Yeah, and I think that's what I find now. Is like when I first started, it was like, right, everything has to be content, especially around Christmas. Like when we did like a winter garden under the tree, and that was like, okay, I'm just starting off. Every one of these builds has to be content, and then there's just evenings where it's like, I don't want to make content. I've done my one brick, one follower. I've made that video. I just want to build something that's not a content build. So I tend to the smaller builds for that. So I tend to get a littler build where I might take the odd photo whilst I'm building it and upload the photos. But definitely, similar to you, I then figured out how much we're saving we're buying our house and looking at all that kind of stuff, and you're like, when you're looking at your income and expenditure, and you're like, my Lego expenditure. I've got ADHD. My spending, I impulse buy as it is. That's why we have videos of what Mel sent me the shop for. New video of.
But you do ask as well.
Yeah, I do ask. But there is videos where I just go, "Ooh, I'm buying this," and which is what I actually did today when I bought. I spent money and then told Mel that they didn't have Piglet in the Lego store, so she was disappointed my whole drive home until she got given Piglet. But I just found it was costing so much, or I'd go like the last few years before I was making content, I'd go I'd get ask everyone for sets for Christmas, and then I've got my birthday 6 months later, everyone get me sets, and there was just months where I was going without sets because it was like, oh, I've built the 6-7 sets I've got. So when I came across Dom, I have to admit at first, like I'm sure you've seen them on the live. You get that question, don't you? Of what is this? Is this stupid? Is this fake Lego? Is this da da da? And I had all those same thoughts of like, I feel a bit weird. I feel it was.
Like
if I said it felt
like cheating.
Yeah. And then I just I built.
Can't do that.
I wish I'd brought it closer. I built my first Limber Bricks was just a little tiny. It was the Sunset phone booth. And I got that, and I got that, and just thought, you know what? If I hate it, then it's not going to be that bad. I'll just go, that was rubbish, and then just realised,
I went buy another one.
Yeah, and then I was just like, actually, there's just so many good, cheaper, or no, so good, cheaper. Even those I think you've done a couple of videos on them. I've done a couple of the balls that you get from Tesco and Asda.
Oh yeah, what are they called? Max something. Yeah.
The Max balls. Yeah, they've got
my little flower.
Your flowers go on at I actually got it after your video, the cheap version of the Pixar lamp.
Yeah. £8.
Then £8, and I'm tempted to get another one just for the light, so I can put a light in the Pixar. It was just like, that's such a better way of getting a cheap lighting kit. So So yeah, that's it. I've gone off on my ADHD brain went off on a tangent then. But I think, yeah, I think similar to you, I think it was that it just needs something that's cheaper to keep the fix going. Which like I could just stop buying. So I don't know what your backlog's like, but my backlog is like taking up 2 rooms at the moment. I've got them on the bottom of
Yeah.
every Billy bookcase.
And I've never had one before because I have always build, but I've got to a point where I'm now buy as well, which I won't say too loud. But yeah, so now like I see them on offer. I see stuff on Vinted because yeah, like I said, it's rare that I buy from Lego now. But if I see like I'm in the supermarket and I see a set that's on offer, do I need it? Probably not. Like the Creator 3-in-1 set. In fact, I've got it here. Like the Creator 3-in-1 set, like this one. When it's on offer for £10.40, I don't need it. I absolutely have no reason to have it, but it's one of those that I mean, especially Creator 3-in-1, you can build it 3 different ways.
Yeah.
That's 3 builds. So yeah, they come in beautiful.
Are you the kind of person that so our next door neighbour? We sound posh when I say our next door neighbour comes and cleans for us. Our next door neighbour we pay to clean, but she was like, I've got a really good idea for your content. I'm like, what? She's like, why don't you take some of these sets apart that you've already built and have never made content on and rebuild them? And it did get me thinking, like, are you the kind of person that would build a set and then I've seen you've packed a few away on some of your videos before
Yeah, so it is stuff like this that I will build and then take apart and put away. There's a couple of people that, again, just randomly talking to people at work. There's a couple of people at work that have gone, oh, that's really interesting. You build Lego. There's one in particular that has seen my TikTok and she was like, I think I found you on TikTok. I was like, you haven't. It's not me. And so she was of the mind like, I bet there's more people in this office that would be interested in stuff like that. And we got to talking. And then I said, I've got a couple of these 3-in-1 sets that I've built always. I don't put them on display. I've run out of display rooms. That's the biggest issue that I have is space. I've put another cabinet into the living room as it is. I've got all of my Harry Potter stuff on display. So stuff like this, I don't tend to display. So when I break them down, she was like, well, why don't you bring them in and we could start a lunchtime Lego club? So I've got some upstairs that I'm contemplating. Maybe one day we will, but because the office I work in is hybrid, everybody works different days, so it'd be quite difficult to put something together. But I might give it a go. We'll see.
I've got a couple of sets on my desk in the office. My old boss, when she first started, I let slip. Well, when I'm on Teams, they can all see my Lego behind me, especially when it was all upstairs. So they were like, "Oh, you build?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I actually build during team meetings. Just none of you actually see me doing it. I'm quite. It stops me standing the ADHD. And I'll start pacing or I'll get fidgety. So she actually brought one into one of her first ever team meetings, and I just spent the whole day not doing any work with her sat next to me whilst I was building this set. So have now got them. I've now got them completely on display at work. And yeah, so that sort of I think So that, and then what else have I got? I'm gonna get another Carder safe because I want a safe at work.
Oh yeah. Did you really enjoy that one? I think it looks a bit. I don't know. I wasn't feeling that one when I saw it. I thought it's a bit. It's like the Star Wars sets. It's just black.
It's black and gold, which is a bit of a pain, but it's one of those sets that I definitely have enjoyed more as we've gone along with it. But it's more. I liked it for the fiddly, like the actually intricate bits of
stuff.
Yeah. So it's definitely a really good set. I'd get it just for showing people the mechanisms. So I suppose let's talk AFOB struggles. What is for you? What is your biggest? And we can't say space because that is
space. That is the biggest struggle. Space.
That is every AFOB slip.
Get rid of these. Laughing. I could get 3 billies in here.
Like, I know I said it before we started recording. Get yourself a flight case, like
Yeah,
big DJ
get rid
case,
of
and
these.
just if you've got a loft, I think I put all ours in the loft, and then
Yeah.
forgot they were in the loft when we moved.
No, we've done them here.
We haven't got the case. They're not in our loft upstairs. I've been upstairs recently.
It should be, because they used to be all stacked along there.
Yeah, they're not in the loft. There's lots of there's lots of but actually, which is my biggest AFOB struggle, do I keep boxes or not?
See, I've got a couple. I wasn't saving any boxes, and then when I got the I think it was the Home Alone house, I thought that's going to be. See, my issue is I've got nobody to really leave anything to, so it's not gonna. It'll be up to my nieces as to whether they want it or not.
Mm-hmm.
And by the time we get there, are they going to be interested? Probably not. But that's when I started thinking, okay, so the Home Alone house, that might be worth something. Are they going to really remake that? I don't think that they can. So I kept the box for that. I kept the box for Grimbox. I kept the box for, which other one have I got? Because I've only got a couple. I've got no small ones. I've kept the box for Gizmo, and I've kept the box for the Stranger Things Creole house. Because again, I thought, oh, and Jaws, and I've got Jaws, and that's it. Those are the only boxes I have.
Yeah, I think I've got pretty much not every box. I did keep every box. I used to keep every box, every set of manuals, and with the thought of this is valuable when sets, there is an absolutely stupid remark. I actually the one thing I don't like is the resale on retired sets, because
Yeah.
the price. There is a set that I don't have anymore, which was a tiny little Spider-Man that was 30 quid when you bought it, and is now nearly £800, and I regret not having that anymore. But as a collector, I never you see people buying 3 of every set and keeping 1 in a box or 2 in a box and build them one. So I just kept the boxes, thinking if I ever stick this on Vinted, people might want a box. It looks nice. It's easier to post in a box. So chuck them all in the loft. I've now gone to just keeping manuals. I think
All the manuals.
Yeah, I think manuals are the things that you're gonna like. If I take a set down, the manual's gonna be something I want to build it again. And I've just found that I don't know, a lot of my sets that I've bought haven't had boxes anyway. So, or if they have, they've been bashed up, and it's just like, well, people aren't that actually bothered about the boxes anymore. So it is a struggle, because sometimes they're like, there's still that little bit of me that's like, I need to keep the box. Should I keep the box? Do I get rid of the box? Yeah. What about you, Mel?
They still sell though, don't they?
Yeah, they just sit there and do nothing and take up space.
Take up space.
Yeah.
Which is
What's your biggest struggle? Well, yeah, which if you've not got, like, part of me wishes that just my backlog would fit under the bed if they didn't make boxes. Just sell me the bags inside a poly bag. Don't care.
So then where would my bedding go?
What's your biggest struggle then?
I don't know. I think telling myself it's okay to buy sets, because I can go out saying, right, I'm going to go and buy something for me,
And then you come back with something for me.
or the kids. Like, I love it when you buy me a set, but I feel guilty buying myself one, because I think that's needed for something else.
Just buy it. This is like, we had this, didn't we, with so when we were away the other day, well, I was away with work, we were watching Dom's live, and Mel was like, just get the observatory for you. And I was like, but you want the book cafe? And she's like, no, you just get the observatory. And I ended up just having to order you the book cafe, just to, like, you wouldn't have bought it. I was just like, buy the book cafe.
Well, I just kept saying, I'll wait until like the end of the week, or my payday, or just push it back even more. There'd be a reason why I wouldn't just buy it.
Just buy it.
Just
Most
buy
probably
it.
not the. Yeah.
You can't take it with you. You can't prepare for emergencies either. Stuff happens. Enjoy yourself.
That's true.
That's if you to say, isn't it? I'm not
I was
helping
gonna
the
say,
situation.
if anyone's watching who needs financial advice, do not ask an AFOL or an AFOB, because it will just buy it. Just buy it.
Buy it. It might retire.
Yeah, just
know what will you do?
just don't. Yeah, I was gonna say just don't use Klarna, but I actually did use Klarna the other day to buy a set. Just don't get yourself in debt. That's the one.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
worth that. Not
it's
worth
not.
that.
It's not worth like the debt collectors coming after you in credit. I made a video
No.
that joked about credit card debt. And it's like I don't even have a credit card, but it made a funny video.
No, you don't.
So,
Can you imagine if you did? Wow.
That's why he doesn't.
so Mel already knows this. But you hate it. You hate it that I call her my Lego dealer.
Yeah.
Thingy in Southport. So I stumbled across someone at Christmas when I bought do you remember the bandstand gift for purchase over Christmas?
Oh yes, yeah.
I bought that off Vinted and turned out she lived close to me. So she's like, oh, I'll just get the train to you. And then she started posting more and more after Christmas, and I started buying a few, and then started driving up. I remember when I got wasn't the memories. What did I get? The Dark Falcon that I haven't even built yet. I drove up and she was like, we'd already had the lighthouse at this point. So I drove up and she's like, do you want to see the Lego room? And she has about 6 of every set. And I'm like, what are you buying 6? She's like, I just put them all on my credit card and I was like, why? She's like, I do it for the points. So she sells them back to people at retail, but she's buying big.
Okay, makes sense, I guess. Wow.
I did try and point out to us like you might make your money back, as in on the set, but it's not worth like buying 3 Home Alone houses at 250 quid on your credit card just for the points to buy one set.
Yeah.
To get but I get a set free every time I make a big order. I end up with a free set, and I'm like, but it's not free. You're paying interest on your credit card.
Yeah, that's worse.
But she loves it.
Bless her.
And part of me doesn't want her to stop because I get my sets from her, and she's
You're benefiting.
Yeah, we're quite good at negotiating prices. So, got my words out. As we sort of get towards the tail end, if you like, some general questions then. If you could have any Lego set, what would it be? And this could be like, or any brick brand set actually. But if you can have any set, it can be retired. It could be that one that's just out of reach price range. If you could walk in and go, I'll have that, and walk out without paying.
I think for me, it would be Rivendell, which is mad because it's available. It's not, I bought Gringotts. It's not like it's unaffordable. The problem with that set for me is I have nowhere to put it. There's nowhere that it could go. So for me, if I had a Lego, I keep thinking about maybe we should board out the loft and I could have a city.
Snap! I have thought the same.
But yeah, it'd be Rivendell for me. What about you?
Ooh, for me, what would it be now? Because now they're doing a helicarrier. It's not a helicarrier anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If I could have any set, and it's actually one that's out, it would be Pokemon or Titanic. What? Titanic for you?
Oh really? Titanic? It just doesn't do anything for me. I think
I
it's
want the
just so
Pokemon.
boring.
I know, but Mel wants the Pokemon. Yeah, I think it's just one of those sets that I like things with working features. So I like the fact I can make the boiler room work, or I can definitely wouldn't want the Eiffel Tower. Just every time I see
I don't
that.
understand that one. I really don't. Like, Star Wars isn't bad enough. Why would you want all of that grey, all that repetitive? Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, go on, Mel. What about you?
It'd have to be the Pokemon.
Ooh, which one though? Like, as in the big
one.
3 in 1.
The big 3.
The big one.
Well, I took the kids to the Lego store a few weeks ago, and someone was walking out, and Elizabeth went, "Wow, look at the size of that bag!" And the woman in the shop just went, "That's only got the Pokemon set in. That's how big the box is."
Yeah.
I feel like I love that set, and I think I want it.
Mm-hmm.
Should they have released it in 3?
Yeah.
It would be nice to release it in 3.
Well, like, so the other way they're doing like I think they realised the big Hogwarts castle, like, and most of them make more money doing that modular. Because they did do a really big one a few years ago. But
yeah, they did. It's not as detailed. It's the mini figures.
Yeah, so I'm sort of like that. They're doing it with the Harry Potter, should they have done it with the Pokemon, where you could
Mm,
modular them all together and not
that
have
would
all
have
the
been a nice
150?
idea. I don't
Yeah.
think they think that far ahead, and I don't think it's been. I think also with stuff like that, I remember seeing quite a few people going because it was at the end of February it released, and then people
Hmm.
were going into store March 1st for the March 1st releases, and there were still loads of the boxes. I think Lego need to decide when they're going to do pre-order and when not to, because what happened with the Creel House was absolutely ridiculous. Why didn't they put that on pre-order? And then everybody that wanted it could have got it. And then they put Pokemon on pre-order, and then they've got too many in the store. It just make sense. I don't know.
And yeah. See, Creel House is one I haven't got as well, but we need to watch Stranger Things first.
It's a good one. It is a good one. I don't have the upside down house. That is the one I've got. It's from AliExpress. Very good copy. Looks great on display. You can't tell the difference. But there was no way I was paying the price for that. That was insane.
No, and I think it's like we're doing this shortly. We're going to be doing a video on it in the next couple of weeks. The set that got away, that if we could just go and pick that up again, was the Dots world map.
Yes.
Oh
That's one.
yeah.
Yeah, so we said we wanted that, and that's like if I buy that box, even unboxed, I'm looking £400 on Vinted, and
Yeah, it's mental.
I'm actually sitting there now parting it out, which is a lot of dots. That is gonna. Luckily, Bricklink, you can just tell it what you want, and it'll buy everything from about 4 sellers.
Yeah.
I'm resorting more and more to Bricklink for some of these older sets now. Just going, I want to build it, but I don't want to pay for the retired price.
You know, I did it with the Paris postcard. I did that through Bricklink and then put the parts into Pick a Brick and did it that way. Worked out so much cheaper. And I was really quite naughty. And I hope Lego aren't going to watch this podcast because I requested the stickers as a missing part.
We've all, like, I've got to be on. Lego don't know me. Well, they might deep search me now and find my address. I've done it on Vinted sets. I've got halfway through a Vinted build and gone, this has got missing pieces. Ooh, Lego will send me missing pieces from a 10-year-old retired set. And they do.
They do, yeah, they do. To be fair, you can't knock their customer service. It is incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they gave me £15 voucher because I thought Rocket Raccoon had a missing piece, and it was the annoying little like V pieces, which they're the teethy ones. I hate them because I've spent ages looking, couldn't get it. Ordered it, it came, it was wrong. Ordered it again, and I actually said to Lego, look, you sent me the wrong one. Oh, I'm really sorry. And I was like, oh, I've got to wait another 4 weeks now. And they're like, oh, do you want a £20 Lego voucher? Yes, please. And then
Yes, I do.
10 minutes later, I found the part and was just like, oops.
Oh well.
Yeah. So, I've lost my train there. Oh yeah. What then? This is another fun one. What is your biggest Lego ick? Like if you see, or biggest brick ick? If you see someone,
Okay.
you like.
This is. I think this has to be everybody's biggest brick ick. So when you buy something from Vinted and it's a used set and it comes covered in dust, it just, why? I've seen them actually like take pictures of their sets to sell, and you can just, why are you doing that? Why?
Yeah, we had to. You've not cleaned it yet, have you? I wanted to send it back. We bought Christmas brickheads for next year's display, and I took pictures and asked Vinted to, and then they tried to make me pay for my own postage back, and I was like, I'll just wash the bricks.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong. Just take a second. It doesn't even take long. It's just no.
Yeah, I can get into that one. I think it's like the woman I bought off. I told her I sent her a picture and was just like, it's really dusty. Like I'll keep it, but dust your set. And she just turned around and
Yeah.
went, you got it for a tenner. What did you expect? And I'm like, a clean set, like a battered box, no instructions, fully built but clean.
But just give it a wipe. Like it doesn't even take long. Oh yeah.
I think go for you, Mel, and
You do it.
teeth brick separator. What's wrong with teeth brick separator?
Right. Okay. It's fine, and I can just about manage with it when it's a new set. But you do it.
I did it on Disney
to
Castle.
Vinted set.
Yeah.
And the Disney castle, you did it.
Yeah, so
And I'm like, you don't know where that's been,
The-
and you've just put it in your mouth.
there was a few
I've
times.
seen, I've had brick borrow sets that I've like picked up, and it's like that. There's no visible teeth marks. Oh, I can't touch it.
Yes.
But I'm not selling them, so it's fine that there's teeth marks in that Lego set. I have to admit, the Disney Castle was a few times we were on live doing that, and I'd separate the bricks with my teeth, and then I'd be like, this doesn't taste like a new this doesn't taste like new bricks. I was like, yep, do not put you sets in mouth.
But you kept doing it.
Yeah, my biggest brick ick then is don't worry, you don't do this one.
Oh, good.
When I buy a second-hand set, and even if sometimes they're nice and they say in description fully built, when you ask them, will they dismantle it for you? And they say no. I'm like, yes, I get there's a bit of effort to taking the bricks off. I'm just asking you to throw all the bricks take them apart and throw them in a bag for me. And it really puts me off. I'm like,
That's not what I thought you were going to say.
what did you think it was going to be?
It would be second-hand sets.
Yeah.
When the stickers aren't straight.
Oh.
I thought that would be your ick.
No, because I can't put stickers on
I've taken
straight.
them off of brick borrow sets, I've taken them off and stuck them back on because I've got to look at that for, 5 minutes, but still.
You watch me put them on.
I do watch you put them on, make sure they're straight. But I'm not brilliant at doing it, but yeah.
I thought that would be your ick.
No, it's if they don't take them apart. Right. It's just like you're selling the set, just take it. It's not. You're not selling me a statue. You're selling me a construction toy.
Yeah.
Let me construct it. Yeah, that's definitely. So on sort of the buying of bricks, then, what are you looking forward to most coming? And that can be anything from Legos. I know Lumibricks have got a new set of modulars coming out soon.
I haven't though. I have just seen the. Have you seen the Fantasy Dinosaur Museum?
Oh no!
That is on the list. That looks incredibly cool. Also, if Lumibricks are going down the art set route, the one that they've just released, I think Dom's due to get it in. I'll only buy through Dom. I'm not going to go through Amazon because I just think, why would you give to Amazon when I can do it through Dom's small business? It's like it's a Van Gogh set, but it's got lights in it and it's absolutely beautiful. Lego wise, I will be picking up those Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles because that's just my era. Like, they've got to go on my retro shelf. They're just me all over. And I'm also considering Snoopy. Need to see it in person though.
Oh.
And also the Harry Potter wave coming in August is obviously going to be my thing too. That's going to be my expensive month. What about you?
Go on. Do you want to go first? Can you think of?
I can't.
Okay,
I can't think. No.
Okay, I'll go first then. You can have a think while I go. I've got the Lego website up if you need to have a quick look. I deliberately left it open. So for me,
oh, that's cute.
For me, I've asked because ever since I met Dom, and I was like I'd sort of seen a few fantasy sets. I've really wanted the set. On his first ever live, I saw him. I was like, didn't know his name was Dom. Then so I was like, are you getting? It's like, are you? I was like, are you getting the fantasy grabber? So it looks like the.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, yes. It's on a container ship, and every single live since Christmas, I'm like Dom, like, you build slower than this container ship's taken to get the set to me. But it's one I really want, mainly because Mel's from a seaside town, and I think it'll look really cool because you can actually use it to grab stuff.
It does look cool.
You can't fix it, but I want to try and find a way of like weighting some of the balls down, or try and so the grabber can, like, it's too heavy to pick up.
It's genuine.
Like a genuine one, yeah. And then definitely want that. I want more, not necessarily new releases, more of the road trips from Lumibricks. So like the very retro American Route 66 kind of vibes.
Yeah, they are cool.
I really like them. So that's sort of, Mel's going for like the modulars. I'm going a bit more for like something I can put on a shelf, half city.
UFO one.
Yeah, the drive-through restaurants.
Yeah, but yeah, whatever. Yeah, that looks cool. I also like the
Yeah,
drive-in cinema one. That's good as well.
yes. The drive-in cinema's backlit as well on the cinema screen, so it looks like
Nice.
I could see myself trying to mock that, so I could put a phone behind it. So like, or like a little screen, so you could just have like something actually playing on it. That would be quite cool.
You know the music factory one that I've just done. There's a part that comes out of the back that you can put a phone in that comes behind the stage where the DJ is, and you could literally play it like a music video. It's really, really cool.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look at that. This thing, I go on Dom's live and he's building something, and I want whatever he's building. Hence why I bought the safe. I did, like you asked me before how it was. I did find myself having to mock a little bit of it to make it a bit more sturdy. But I then go on his TikTok shop or then go on his website, and I'm like, ooh, that looks cool. Ooh, that looks cool. I don't know if you watch Family Guy, but it's that whole Peter Griffin with like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. Yeah, I'm like that every time I go on Dom's. I'm like, ooh, that, ooh, so much so like,
Oh no.
we'll if he's still on, we'll be joining us live as soon as we've finished here.
Yeah, I
'Cause
know.
we want to
Yeah.
we want to get the kids' Easter sets in as well. And Lego wise,
Dangerous.
I quite like. Do I like the? I don't know if I like the 110 yet. I haven't decided. At least the selling. Yeah.
To
I
be fair,
quite
yeah, at least they're doing a collab that's a collab, and they've got the shoes and they've got the Lego to go with it. The Crocs thing, it just I can't. That just don't get me
no.
started. I can't.
I would buy the black Crocs like as a pair of Crocs,
From
or
Croc.
yeah. I wouldn't necessarily. And weirdly, I was because the Crocs are on sale now on the website, but they're not selling them in store. So I was in there today and I couldn't find them anywhere. I wouldn't even bought them from there, but it's like they're just selling them
Mm,
online. But I think the one set I really, really want to get is going to be the DC-3. So
okay,
the 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 first was the first transatlantic plane. I really want to get
that does look really cool though.
yeah.
Does
I
look
think
really
it's because
cool.
I think it's because I want Concorde as well,
Oh, do
and
you?
I think the two opposite each other on the shelf would be like, here's where we've come from. Oh no, Da Vinci's flying machine next to the DC, next to Concorde. So it's like evolution of flight. Even though Da Vinci never actually made his flying machine and it never flew. Like he came up with the concept of something that flew. So yeah, I think they'd be the ones I'm most excited about. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, definitely they'll go on the shelf somewhere. Um, I'm really starting to like the Brickhead, so anything Brickhead that comes out, I'll definitely want. I've seen some rumors of like new Toy Story sets, like Slinky Bookends.
Oh, have you seen it? I saw a picture released today. It's
Is it not?
not for
No.
me.
Oh,
I
okay.
had a lot of hope for that one, but
Yeah.
again, it looks
Yeah.
like when I saw Winnie the Pooh, I thought, okay, cool, Winnie the Pooh. He doesn't look finished. What's with the whole middle? Mel, did you build him?
I did build him, yeah.
What do you think of the middle part?
I think it's quite cute.
But
Could you take
the bottom with all the curvy bits, where it looks like a bit rough.
no, like the middle bit?
Do you mean like its bottom half or
Like
like the
where it,
actual?
yeah, the bottom, yeah, where it kind of joins in the middle.
Can you get him a sec?
Yes. But no, not without dropping
Oh, okay.
them.
Actually, so I like the Tommy bit because you've got the sticker with all the characters.
But then below
Yeah.
that,
No, I said that to you, didn't I?
yeah.
Like the legs, like the feet or something, just don't. It just
It
didn't
just
look
doesn't look
right.
like they've put the
Yeah,
time in, yeah, and that's how a lot of their sets are feeling at the moment. Like they
Mm.
haven't, and
because
that's
I
what this
feel
Sleepy
like
Dog looks like.
the honey pot had so much detail,
Mm.
and like inside it as well. And then parts of Winnie the Pooh was amazing, like the whole shelf in the head, and that was great. But then I think the bottom half, yeah, was just. I just sat there going, this doesn't look right.
Bit odd. I don't know what they're doing. There's quite a few sets that have been like that recently that are like that puppy, the golden retriever puppy. What is that?
Oh, I like
You
it.
like that, don't you?
I like it. Yeah. I
There's
don't
too
think they've
many.
textured. It's not textured
Yeah,
very well, but I don't know how
that's I
how
think.
you do dog fare. Yeah.
But
Well,
saying
yeah, I
that
guess.
though, we said the same about Rocket. Like Rocket's face,
Rocket looks like he's taking drugs.
yeah,
Rocket Raccoon. He's the wrong colour. He looks angry.
He looks like he's rabbit. Yeah.
He's on the shelf because he has to fit next to a Groot. That's the only reason he's on the shelf. So
And
Groot's
let's
got
not get started on the new Yoda bust, because
No.
what is that?
that.
The eyes are creepy.
That's like I've said this. Like, do you know the way you make me keep the Star Wars stuff upstairs?
That
I
one
think
can stay down here.
I think if I bought that bust, that would be like you just leave it downstairs. Leave it downstairs. You would not
Weird.
want that look. Like,
Yeah.
it's just like I sort of got the Darth Vader bust because the Marvel ones have done well. That made a
Yeah.
bit of sense because the suits, the Spider-Man one's a suit. Yeah, Yoda's like it's like half a person on a pogo stick. It's the best way of describing him. It's
And I don't
Yoda.
know what his eyes are doing.
Yeah, and it's
Crazy.
yeah.
That brings me on to that one. So what set is just a no from you? Well, for me, it's any Star Wars. I don't
100%.
get the hype.
I've built a couple. I've got the big original Yoda. It's not mine. That was Joe's. I built it. And I've done a couple of the smaller ones, but they're just not for me.
Any sets that aren't Star Wars that are being no, like if you like any you've
Yeah.
just looked at and gone, yeah, definitely not.
No, all of the grey ones. What is with the, you know what I'm going to say, the pancake? What's with the death pancake? What is that? Again,
Which one
it's just that, like, that £900 Death Star. It's just, where is this star element?
Oh, yeah. It's like a slice of it. That one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just, and you can't like they branded it. I remember because when they launched it, they did a big video on their Lego website. This is what and it was just like, but they were talking about how it's just a play set and all of these bits, and you can do this bit and this bit. It's £900. As an adult, I'm not playing with it. So are you marketing this set for children? And in which case, how many kids do you know with £900? And then the big gap at the bottom, if you didn't buy it day one and get that GWP, the little TIE fighter that fits in, there's just a big hole in it.
Yeah, and I think it's like you said, they're like £900 and they're saying it's a play set with play features. Kids can get a PlayStation for £5. Are they going to get a £900 slice of a Death Star that they're going to smash up, or are they going to get a PlayStation? It's like you're competing against screens. Make it a set that people want, and if it's got play features, make it cheap. Which sort of draws me onto the one that is. I know it's not marketed for me, but anything with a smart brick at the moment. I know it's still all Star Wars. I just think they've missed the mark with them. I don't think we need technology in. We had sound bricks, we had light bricks. We don't need a brick that reacts to magnetic copper wires in another brick.
Taking imagination away from play.
Yeah. So what was it Andrew said that?
They're exactly the same. Andrew said, "What's the point in having a brick when you can make that sound yourself?"
Yeah.
And that's our 10-year-old.
If you want to make a lightsaber sound, you're just going to go zoom, get a hairdryer and make a lightsaber sound.
But they should have done it differently. They should have made the sets that are compatible at a reasonable price, and then said, if you want the smart brick, this is how much that costs, rather than all of those sets being extortionately priced.
I think as well, like I would have bought it. I have thought, would I have bought into it if it was in an IP I like? I don't think I would have, but I think they could have done. Like, I got talking to the guy in the Lego store when poor fella was trying to demo it, and I'm like filming and telling him it's rubbish. And luckily I said, I'll just film the bricks. And he was like, no, you can film me. I'm like, I am about to slate this, And he's like, oh, it's fine. Like, you've don't know if the Lego group thought it was fine when I posted it, but I said to him, I was like, you could have done this with so the retro radio, put a smart brick in it, and then release like brick CDs where if you put it near it, it plays Beyonce. Or
that'd be cool.
Yeah. Or make it so it had something like a use rather than it just being a full-on play feature.
I mean, who are they testing their marketing ideas on? Who are they running these things by? Who are their groups? Because clearly they're way out. They're not asking the right people.
I think it's more they're after profits, aren't they?
Yeah.
It's they're pumping out 10 ton of excrement in order to and hoping something sticks.
Hope some sticks, yeah.
Yeah. So then, we're sort of getting towards the end now. So yeah, I know what I was gonna mention. So as well as launching the podcast, we are launching something else this April.
Mm.
Um,
Dun, dun,
so
dun.
yeah, so some of you guys who are watching, if you haven't, go back to the TikToks. You'll see a video where I talk about brick pics. Because we're forever getting told off. My friends are like, I don't need to see pictures of your latest build. Stop sending us brick pics. So I did a post which was like, show me your brick pics. Which got me to thinking, April 1st, we are launching Brickbook, which is going to be a social media place for all your brick pics.
Love that.
Yeah,
This isn't an April Fool, though, is it?
Oh, don't ruin it! Okay, yes, April Fool, even though this is going out just before. This was going to be an April. Oh.
Oh, cut it, cut. No, I ruined it.
Cut that bit out.
It's fine. It's fine. That could stay in. Yes. Okay. We're not actually launching.
You announced, I can say this now. So Tony announced it on one of the lives, I think it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And loads of people were like, yeah, that's a great idea. You should do it. And I just kept quiet. And when we came off the live, I was like, do they really not think that it's going to be an April Fool?
On April, yeah.
Like, I just knew straight away from his face what he was thinking. It was the first time I'd heard it.
Thinking, what are you talking about? What are we doing now? One thing at a time.
Great, one more thing to do.
I don't even know if
I
anyone
haven't got time.
would anyone actually want a social media page dedicated just to putting pictures of your bricks on.
I don't know, maybe you should do it, see what happens.
Yeah, maybe we should just try, just for the
If
day.
Smart Bricks landed, who knows, anything's possible.
Just launch it for 24 hours and just see what it's like.
Yeah. So then, okay, now we've ruined the April Fool. We come to sort of the last two questions for you and Mel and me. First one, what's your next build? What have you got next?
My next build is going to be a big reveal now. Hopefully I'll get the video out before you get the podcast out. I've just come back from Rome, and when I came back from Rome, the treasure fountain came with me. So that is going to be my next build. I'm very excited.
Oh,
it's not a massive set, but it's seeing it in real life is just incredible.
See that, and I bet you now wish you would have got a Colosseum when that was out.
Honestly, I've recorded the video today, and I did say in the video that my new quest will now be to see if I can find the Colosseum, but that's ridiculously priced. That's insane.
That's going to be a part out.
There's no way that would be yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be let's part. See, I was saying, I can't remember if I said it on the live last night. I would like to go to Rome full stop, but the fact they do some Rome sets and the Colosseum would be one that like I'd want to stick because I want to do it. I want to stand in the middle of the Colosseum and do the gladiator lines. Like I'd love just to build the Colosseum and stick a little gladiator in the middle, like a little gladiator minifigure. Mel, what's your next big build?
I think it's going to be the Lumi Bricks Book Cafe.
Yeah.
That's my next big build.
After you finish Carter Books?
After I've finished the coffee shop, yeah.
Yeah, so Mel's got the Carter coffee shop on the go, which you would
not... Interested in your review of the Book Cafe. That does look like a lovely set. It just looks like one for me.
I think you're looking forward to that as well, go back to numbered bags,
Oh,
aren't
yeah,
you?
numbered bags.
That was like... I love Carter. The sets are amazing, but when you get... How many bags of Chaos did you get?
This was 11.
11 bags,
wow.
numbered. So just imagine a brick borrow every time you buy a Carter set.
Oh, see, this is the Carter set that I was talking about. These are the ones that I have, and this is about five,
lovely.
I think. So these are just dead cute. I've got this one, and I've got the Rover, Mars Rover. Oh. These are just dead cute.
See,
definitely worth it.
And I can see why Dom picked those, because were they your free gift ones?
Yeah, they're so cute and colourful.
Because they match the postcards you like so much.
They do. They absolutely. He's very good, isn't he? He is very.
So it's like, yeah, and then when he sent you boxes,
yeah, and it had the sunflowers in.
Yeah, sent you sunflowers. It's just like he just knows what like. When I first met him and he was like, "Oh, you get a free gift," I was like, "They'll throw anything in." But then, but then, or like, don't you when you think, "Oh, it'll be like, there'll be a little poly bag of something," and then. Like seeing you get yours, we've got ours, and it's like, oh, we actually like So like I've had a couple of card at F1 cars because he knows I like F1.
Yeah.
And then he knows because I do the Yo brickheads at the start of the TikToks. He sent me a couple of he sent me the Poe brickhead and
Oh, the
he
little
sent me a
Poe
few.
one. It's so cute.
Yeah, is it Poe? The Kung Fu Panda? Panda? Is it Poe? Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, and it's just like he actually sits fire and bricks. He sent a ambulance to because they're emergency service, and he must know how to fire engine, but he sent them that. It's like so you're just really thoughtful with them.
He is. That's why I won't buy him from anywhere else. He will just keep having my money because I think the service
Yeah.
is so good. He's such a nice guy.
And he likes making silly videos with me. So that magic one, I'd done one where I just thought it'd be funny just to do a wave in front of him, and he liked it, and I was like, I was like, do you want to just do a video where you say it's magic post? And then I was expecting him just to do like a really cheap video edit like I did on mine. And he actually did like full on, like really good, go get a magic. I was like, okay, now I need to go and get the Elder one to film mine and my Harry Potter robes. Ooh, yeah. Okay then, so last question. Yeah. What set am I building next dead quick? Astronomy Tower, because I think it's going to look good opposite the lighthouse.
I can't wait to see that one either. That does look cool. I love that it's got the little light that actually beams onto it. That is
The projector,
awesome.
yeah.
That will be one that I have to figure out how to wire the USBs into an actual plug to keep on. Last question then, Haylee, before I get to the big reveal for next month. If you could give some advice to anyone who is struggling with mental health, ADHD, anything like that, and they were thinking about picking bricks up and didn't know where to start, what would you say to them? What would your advice be?
Oh, I would start small. So any of these that I've got here, the Creator 3-in-1s, great
Mhm.
sets, really good for different builds. Go big, go small, whatever you want to do with those. Depends kind of what people are into. Botanicals, absolutely love a botanical. They can go anywhere. You don't need to have a shelf to display them. They can go in a window. So those ones are cool. The little city food trucks, these are awesome, small little pieces. And because they're 5+ sets, there's no stickers, there's nothing awkward in them. They're just nice and easy. So get the mind going. As we've already mentioned, postcards, these are phenomenal for £13. There's so much detail, a little bit of everything, some technicky bits, some stickers, awesome. And one that's going to be next to me,
Your
any
Chili
of
Dog
these
Cafe,
small Lumi brick sets are awesome. So yeah, I'd go small. Start small, you can't go wrong with a small set.
What would you reckon you'd say? Would you agree?
Yeah, so I would say the botanicals.
You can't see your botanicals.
No, you can't see them. They are above me though.
You do that. Oh no, that's the other way. There we go.
So we've got some botanicals up there.
Awesome.
The sunflowers are up there as well from Dom.
Oh, they're cute. I like those.
They
I
are
love
so
a
cute.
sunflower.
I think some of the little Disney sets are all right. So you've got so Hey was a good build.
Yeah.
You've got the 101 Dalmatians, Lucky and Penny.
Yeah.
That was a good one to build as a little set. And then those, not the 3-in-1, but just little ones that you got me. So you've got like the hedgehog lunch date. You've got the squirrel with the tree.
Those are cute
Yeah.
sets.
Those I think them ones are good to start because they don't take long to build.
Yeah.
And they actually are really cute. The designs on them are so cute.
Yeah. And then I think I'd sort of say I built up to be able to do big sets, but I think that's one of the reasons I stopped for a while was because I just kept going, I want that big set. If you've got ADHD as well, don't go Technic because you end up throwing it across the room. Just they're too fiddly, too many counting holes. But yeah, I think I'd agree. Start small. You can get more for your money. You start small as well because you can get 6-7 sets for the price of one. Shop around. Shop around.
Absolutely shop around.
Don't think you've just got to. I'm going to say it how Dom says it because I love it. Don't think you've got to go to the Danish shop. Don't think you've just got to go to the little yellow one.
It's not about the brand, it's about the brick.
I love that. I love that saying of yours. I'm like, yeah, it's just shop around, find those sets you like, find what you love, and then explore. explore.
That's it.
So
Legos for everybody.
yeah, no, it's just bricks are for anyone. Yeah, just interestingly, I'm saying about exploring and shop around. I nearly picked up a Poundland set the other day for £2.
I've seen a couple in there. I went hunting again today because I went to see if I could find another blue brick set. I didn't. But there's a couple of people that I've seen post about B&M doing their own branded sets for Easter. And so I went on the hunt for one of those and I found some little Poundland sets in Poundland. And I thought, should I? So
Yeah,
next time you go in and you get one, let me know how it is.
yeah. I saw like a couple of tanks and stuff, and they're like £2. I'm like, I'm just gonna get them just to. If they're awful, I'll just either way. If they're good, they'll just get thrown in the kids' box.
Yeah.
So it's £2. I'm gonna have to definitely give them a go.
Hmm.
But thank you very much for coming on, Haylee. It's been. I said we'd aim for like half hour, 40 minutes, and we've gone on longer. It's totally brilliant.
I told you what it's like when you start chatting. As soon as you start talking about bricks, off you go.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. Hopefully those listening, and because we've recorded it video wise, those watching on YouTube or any video format will have enjoyed it. If you have, make sure you do the whole like, subscribe. I feel like Joe Wicks during COVID doing that. Just like, subscribe, do a burpee. Oh, so my ADHD brain just like
Stop.
put a brick on, like and subscribe. Put a brick on, like and subscribe. But yeah, do the usual, share with your friends. Haylee, I'm going to let you know first because you'll be the first to know who our guest next month is.
Ooh.
So we were speaking earlier in about what would it be like to speak to a Lego Ideas designer and what their perspective of Lego Ideas are. And I'm really terrible because I've actually forgot the guy's name. Oops. But we do have the gent who agreed, or they might say he's not doing it now. I forgot his name. The gent who designed the latest Lego Ideas of one of the latest Lego Ideas of the Italian Riviera set.
Oh, wow.
He's agreed to come on. I did this thing where I went on the Lego Ideas website and just spammed everyone who'd made a Lego Ideas set for the past year and a half. I was just like, had a couple come back, and he was the one that was like most keen and was like most. We've got to have a bit of a chat about like what NDAs he signed and what he can and can't tell me. But he said he's going to be as honest as he can about the whole process of what it's like
Oh,
to be
amazing.
a Lego Ideas designer. That podcast will most probably end up being mostly Lego because he'll mostly be told he's got to plug everything. But it will be an honest interview of how he's found the process. I've already got some of those questions lined up of like, how do you feel about the set not quite being what you designed? How do you feel when they say we're going to change things? What's that process? And then find out like what advice he's got for anyone. So I think we all sit there on TikTok when we watch people's videos or watch each other's videos, and we're all trying to guess why sets get rejected. Is it IP? Is it
Yeah.
what? I'm hoping he'll be able to tell me those kind of things, like when they review it, what are they looking for?
What are they looking for?
Hopefully make us all better Lego Ideas designers.
Not me. I'm not a mock builder.
No, I'm
You
definitely
should
not.
see, I've just made a video of my botanicals and trying to fit more into one vase. That didn't go well, so I'm definitely not.
Yeah, I'll get ChatGPT to make a really good looking like set that I'd like to see one day, but I couldn't figure out how to build it. I
No.
can't sit there with a box of bricks and just go, let's turn this into something. So anyone that can do that, my hat is off to you. Well, thank you very much for coming on.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been really lovely chatting.
It's been brilliant. I'm looking at how long we've been chatting for, and I'm like, we had our technical difficulty at the beginning, but like how long we've been on for, and it's been brilliant. So thank you very much for coming on.
Well, that's it. My next trip will now have to be to Liverpool to come and meet you both in person because that'd be awesome.
I know.
Absolutely.
That will be really good. We'd have to take you to the Lego store as well when you come up.
Absolutely. I've not been to Liverpool.
No, and we showed our Spanish friends around, didn't we? So we could definitely show you all the little touristy hotspots and do the Beatles Magic Mystery Tour without paying for the Beatles Magic Mystery Tour. Yeah, when you know where all the houses are, you're just like, we'll just drive past them.
Yeah,
I
with one
love
being
it.
up the road.
Yeah, but thank you very much for
No,
being
thank
our
you.
first guest. And guys, that sort of brings us to sort of the end of our first ever podcast. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, Mel.
I have, yeah.
Hopefully, Haylee, you've enjoyed being our first guest.
Absolutely.
And if you've enjoyed listening, if you've enjoyed watching along, make sure you do subscribe. This is going to be a once monthly thing to start with, but we're not overwhelming ourselves with trying to get something out every week. We're going to try, as I say when I'm cooking, low and slow. Let's just try it as a low burner, see if it takes off, give it a year, see what happens. So we're going to be doing it once a month for the next year at least. Do you want to do your usual bye and I'll sign off as I always sign off?
It's been great talking to Haylee. And guys listening at home, we'll see you next month.
Do you want to say bye, Haylee?
Bye.
Fine. And thank you very much, guys. And as I always finish, until next time, go brick yourself.
Brick yourself.